So, Sheffield Wednesday versus Oxford, looking for our first win since January at home. What the hell? Hello and welcome to the video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Liking out the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So Sheffield Wednesday are playing Oxford United, not Oxford City, might I add. But we're playing Oxford United and we are about to just see what we can do and try and get this win at home. This win at home has just so far evaded us since the 1st of January. Like, since that Josh win that goal, we have not been able to get a win at home at all. We've really struggled a little bit at home. Our home form is the worst I think it's been in a long time. And it's just one of those things you look at it and you're trying to think, can we get something out of there? So, your team news today is Pitchall, Valerie, Awitway, Femowo, Johnson, Shea Charles, Armstrong, Masaba, Gassama, Windass, Patterson. Your benches, Beadle, Valentine, Iorfa, had to say, Chalobah, Ingleson, Sissoko, McNeil, and Uppo. So, as you can see, there is no Michael Smith. There is also no Barry Bannon in this squad at all. And I think we kind of all thought that was going to be the case. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm pretty damn sure we all knew that was going to be the case. But at the moment, we have got the thing where we need to try and pick up a win here. They go with Cumming, Long, Volks, Brannigan, Bennett, Nelson, Matto, Govram, Mills, Hilk, I think, and Bradshaw, Ingram, Plasher, Harrison, Phillips, Romney, Elmorzi, Rodriguez, Dembele, and Lee is their bench. So it'll be interesting what they do. Hopefully Sheffield Wednesday can get a win today, but I think it'll be a tough one. They're fighting for their life. They're trying just to try and stay up. And I think it's one of those things. We haven't played this Gary Rout team, but we know what Gary Rout teams are like. So let's see what we do, and hopefully we get all 3 points. So, in that first half, it was one of the ones where we'd had chances, but nothing really clear-cut. Each team has had chances themselves. I think Oxford have probably had the best of them, if I'm brutally honest, because Charles had to pull off a really good save to keep it at 0-0 for us. But we've done well. Got down the wings well. Masaba, Gassama, link-up play doing well. Masaba's had some really good play where he got into good position, but then he just not been able to finish it. There was an excellent run by Johnson, gets it into the box for Masaba and just doesn't take the too many, and then it's already gone. The player's already in position and defended well. Knocked it around really well. Done really well in the middle as well. I think Armstrong's had a really good game. Looks really good, knocking it around, trying to get into good positions. Nothing so far with Pato. Pato's, I think, really struggled to get into this game. Again, I would like to see a change some point later for him because he's not really in it at all. He's really is struggling. Femo had a good game as well in a quick way. Charles have pulled off some really good saves, but when Oxford have come forward, he's had to get into the right position quick because they can break at speed, and they are trying to get that long ball going. The long cross from Volks is working well as well, and then you're just looking at how we're trying to do things. On the 10 minutes, the fans do turn round. A fair number did turn around, so which is good to see. Some people may disagree with me there. Some people will agree. It's each other preference. At the end of the day, that's the way they're doing it. It's the way that's not going to disrupt the game that much for like an EFL fine or something like that. But so far, at half-time being 0-0, I think it's a fair result of the game. Both sets of players have not really taken the game by the scruff of its neck, not being able to really get at people straight away. And I think that's something that we're probably going to need to see a bit more of. I'd love to see a McNeil in this game. Maybe on for Patterson, just give him a run out and see how he does it. And also probably a Sissoko. See Sissoko do well. So that'd be the 2 changes that I make later on, and probably a hat I say for Johnson later. But that's what I say I'd make later on in the second half. But so far at 0-0, it as we were kind of thing. We just got to try and take our chances and make the finish. Because that's the one thing we're not doing at the minute. We're not taking the chance where we're getting into the right position, but when we are taking the shot, it's either scuffed or it's a really good block. And on that one, you can't do anything. It's down to really good defending. But at half time, it is 0-0. Let's see what we do in the second half. So, second half, Oxford really stepped up, played better, started to do well. They started to use their physicality on us, which we struggled with. I won't lie. Second half, we really struggled with how physical they were and got in at us and just tried to rough us up a little bit. And again, it was a performance of where it's 145 looked really good and then second 45 didn't look good. It's like getting that consistency of games together. And we can't seem to do that. And it's really, really annoying. We make some changes. We get McNeil and Ingleson on for Masaba and... no, we don't. Ingleson. Yeah, Armstrong. Yeah, Masaba and Armstrong come off. Ingleson and McNeil come on. And I'm really hoping that we get the situation where... Give us McNeil! McNeil comes on and does really well and knocks the ball around well and tries to get into the game. And he does okay. Some little bits where you can tell that he's not played a full game with him in a long time kind of thing. Windaf playing some good work trying to get forward, but we've had to just then soak up pressure after pressure after pressure. Shea Charles has had to pull off some really good goalkeeping to keep us in the game. And I mean really good goalkeeping. You're thinking, can we try and just hang on a little bit, try and get something? Because they started to do better. Long throw-ins, direct into the ball, corners, going in and around the keeper, things that Danny said, and it's from a long throw-in from Volks, and it's a flick on. We header it backwards, and they just managed to get the flick on it. It's 1-0. And you're just like, that's just basic defending. We take Valerie off and bring Paul on. Paul does it okay, but nothing really to write home about. It 5 defeats on the spin of well for Wednesday now, well, which isn't great, and it's not what you want to do. No real goals at Hill in a long time as well. Sissoko on, Ugbo on, but really didn't mean much. Kasama comes off, so does Pato. And it was just, in the end, it was just a bit of a wash. It just felt thing. I personally, I don't see us winning another game of football all season. I don't see it. I just don't see us winning another game of football all season. Like, I really can't. It's no goals in 3 at Hillsborough. It's 5 defeats on the bin for Wednesday at Hillsborough as well, which ain't great. At home form is crap. And yeah, it just, you look at it and you go, Danny had a line in his press conference, I think it was after one of the games, where we've gone as far as we can go. Like Good Friday, I think we're at Stoke. Then we're at home against Middlesbrough. Then we got Pompey, and then it's the end of the season. It's not great. It's not great. Protest happened. We saw that. Spoke about it in the first half, but I generally don't see us winning another game of football all season. I just feel like we are. It's either I think they're just kind of gone, oh, we're safe now. As soon as we hit that like 53 point mark, they've just gone off the boil a little bit. In kind of saying it. If you want to know tables and stuff like that, we'll go into it here. Hang on a minute, let me just bring it up for you. So, Sheffield Wednesday in the table, we dropped down to 14th place with QPR just 3 points away from going above us. Preston on 49, Oxford on 48. Pompey and Stoke on 46 and 45. Remember, Stoke and Pompey we play quite shortly. Stoke in the next game, so they'll want to get a match and get a win. If you're looking around the playoff situation, it's Coventry on 62, Bristol on 64, West Brom on 60, Middlesbrough on 60, Millwall on 60, Blackburn on 56. Remember that team that couldn't get a win and then get a draw against us? Yeah, funny that, isn't it? Watford on 56, Norwich on 53, Swansea on 54. So it's like, it's really weird how both, and it's also, we haven't won in the last 5 either. So it's 3 losses, 2 draws. So we need to try and figure out what we do next. Stoke coming up next for us on Good Friday. Very busy fixture list as well for Wednesday as a whole. So yeah, Stoke next game, then Middlesbrough, then Pompey, then Watford. Tell me how many of those games do you think we're going to get anything in? I struggle to find a win out of it, just me personally. But we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.